blend out the thorn help on bias. I want to ask a question to you guys and to Wade. Mrs. Wade Lewis and Mr. Jason Franco. How would you explain Hillary Clinton's handling of the email issue? And do you think that really matters to our community? And my question to you is, you gave great speeches about ideals and what we can accomplish. Come November 8th, would you vote for Donald Trump? And for those who are not still uncertain.
The short answer is no.
Right. Still uncertain, still indecisive.
Yeah.
Would you encourage them to vote for Donald Trump? And if you can give one advice to Donald Trump on how to handle or earn the votes of our community, what would it be? Thank you.
There has been I'm writing a little book on lost virtues and values. We've had a very significant shift in America, probably in the last 15 years, about what do we expect from our leaders. We used to say strange things, like we believe that honesty, integrity, character, faith in God, respect for neighbors, all things that I teach my children, right? Filipinos have values. When I was little, my room has to be malinis. It's very good to be, if you grow up to be matangkad, it's great to be mayaman, but really, my mother said masipag, probably about all of those things. There's a lot of mas, right? A lot of ma values. And those are simple things that we teach our children. Look at the presidential campaign. One candidate in one moment can look very controlled and calm, like the swan on the surface, and leave all of the operatives to do the research and the dirty work. When I ran for the legislature, we made a decision. We would not run one negative ad against our opponent. My job was to talk about my values, not to tear the other side down. We want to leave here tonight with a list of 4 or 5 young Filipino Americans who are running for political office, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, and say, we don't care what party you are, but are you honest? Will you tell the truth? Will you be loyal to your spouse? Will you be a good example to your children? So, look, Republicans can't be a party of moral values and talk about what we believe is the ideal for family and society and have leaders at the top running a very different lifestyle. Can't do that. Democrats can't talk about truth and honesty and not be able to confront with real honesty the issues of character and integrity that are a part of that campaign. No campaign is perfect. No candidate is perfect. But instead of saying no one is perfect, why don't we set a standard that is higher and say, we'll take the next group, please. We'll take the next group. But what we do in America is say, it's your turn now. You raise the most money, you have the most name ID, and you have the biggest, baddest machine to destroy the people on the other side. There's a graveyard of dead political bodies, much more than the 2,000 dead in the Philippines, that is under the rubric of character assassination. When you enter politics in America, please do not learn from the best of the operatives. Bring your best values to this process. We need them desperately.
Thank you, Jeff. That's a good strategy. Let's have more. Please note that we have a lot of people waiting in line and have questions.
She's saying I didn't answer it, and I want to make sure 15 seconds that I did
All right.
answer it. You're saying specifically...
If you can give Donald Trump an advice on how to earn our votes, what would it be?
You know what it would be? Would be to learn the notion that part of the process of leading is to admit clearly that you have made mistakes. We don't hear very many leaders. We hear them talking about how good they are, all the things they have done, all the ribbons they've cut, all the supermarkets they've opened, all the money they've given out, all the bills they've sponsored. I think leaders learn more from their mistakes, and I have made many of them. many mistakes in my life. And I've learned more from them, and I hope I'm a better father and a better community leader because I have made mistakes. That's the value we used to have in American politics. We said the number one virtue is humility. And so, look, both of the political candidates, I know they're very nice and personable to their friends. And here on Fifth Avenue, they've held a lot of parties, and they glad hand a lot of people. But to say that they are humble and accessible and kind and answering the press's questions and openness, honesty, humility, that's a very good place to start. And I don't think either candidate has exemplified those virtues.
All right, I think
And
there's
she
two more
asked
questions.
us a question too about the email. So I do think that Hillary has handled it properly. She's admitted, like Jeff mentioned, that she has made a mistake. But it isn't something that was unusual. It's something that her predecessors had as well. Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell. So it wasn't an unusual circumstance, but looking back, she has admitted fully that she did make a mistake. And she wouldn't have done it again. She would have separated her servers. I think that the situation in itself, too, has really shown through the Justice Department and FBI's investigation, has really shown that this matter is officially resolved. That we should, Republicans love using this issue as something to really distract voters from the real issues. And the organization Judicial Watch was the one who started the inquiries. You know, they're a right-leaning organization that's been attacking Hillary for years, almost 25 years now. And so, of course, they have an incentive to do so and to publicly, you know, kind of spin this. So I do think, looking back again, she has admitted that this is a mistake. As a Filipino-American community, I do not think this impacts us or our judgment. I think we should talk about the issues and move forward.
All right, thank you.